good, everybody? Welcome back to the Open Gym as we are loading up the Atlanta Hawks versus the New Orleans Pelicans. So, welcome back, everybody. We'll get this game switched over for us. Get this night rolling. But again, another night, another Trey Young rumor. So Trey is out. It's looking like he is on his way out of Atlanta. Something I would never have expected to say, especially during the year. So it might be some big changes for Hawks coming up here. It's tough, but it's looking like Trey is on the way out, which is unfortunate. But all the reports point to Washington being the location for Trey. Which, hey man, get your money, bro. Get your money, bro. That's all I can say. If that's what it comes down to, hopefully the excuse me, the Hawks and Trey can leave on somewhat decent terms, and Trey can go grow in Washington, and the Hawks can grow with a new future. Y'all think he's going to Washington? That's been all. That's been recently. That's been where the reports are heavily. So, but with better news, hopefully the Hawks get a dub tonight. They do play the Pelicans, which the Pelicans have lost, I believe, 8 in a row. But Derek Queen has circled this matchup on his calendar, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see what Derek Queen has in store for us. But hopefully Asa can play, so hopefully Asa can shut that down. Shout out Lil Red. Shout out Ben Simpsons tapping in the Twitch chat. Hey, it's the bird bath. Got the bird bath game here. Hawks versus Pelicans. Ooh. Forgive me, y'all. I just woke up. I just took a little nap. I didn't intend to either. Yeah, Trey is out, unfortunately. He was questionable at the start of the day, but he is sitting out. So I think this is more of a front office holding Trey out because he is healthy. He has been out there shooting around. So the writing is on the wall that that Trey is just gonna be finding a new home. So it's unfortunate, but so it's for the starters tonight for Atlanta. It's gonna be Nikhil, Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Mo Gay. Excuse me. Excuse me. So Zion is back in the lineup for the Pelicans, but I don't believe there's too many others. Damn, Zion and Dyson about the same height. Hey, Jalen instantly finds Moge. So Jalen and Mo connect on that first bucket. It's 2-0 for Atlanta early on. So Jordan Poole, I don't believe played that first matchup against Atlanta, but we'll see how that goes as he just drills that three. Ricochet answers right back. So as sad as I am about Trey, I couldn't be distraught about Trey. But we're sitting with the news that Trey is really probably more than likely out of here. Um, it opens up a lot for Atlanta because Atlanta's team does look completely different, and it might be you know free of, hey, how do we make this work? As Jalen just spins and gets it to go, it's 7-3 early on. So like I said, it might just give Atlanta some breathing room. Honestly, it might. This team might look completely different. I think Ricochet might be unlocked finally. Um, maybe knowing, hey, you have to step up might increase his play. So having Ricochet unlocked, goddamn, that's gonna be the problem tonight. So Jordan Poole puts the shot up, can't get it to go. Atlanta collects the rebound, but like I said, it just could. Jalen gets it to go and one from the pass from Dyson Daniels. Let's go. Let's go. So Dyson gets the ball kind of poked away and gives it to Jalen for a nice bucket. So yeah, like I was saying, I think with the whole trade rumors, reports, and stuff, so if things do fall, the way we don't want them to fall, and Trey does find a new home, I'm not as it's not as bleak. I don't think. I don't necessarily. I don't want to say the team is better without Trey. I just think it has a different look. Um, I think you rely on different people at that point. You rely on Ricochet. You rely on Nikhil. Yeah, Ben Simpsons, like you said, both parties are going to benefit, which is unfortunate because I always thought Trey would be a benefit for Atlanta. I always thought Trey would. You would always, you could always build around Trey, and I think Atlanta may have went a little OD, which is not a bad thing because I don't think Atlanta's ever been in this spot. Um, especially with the emergence of Jalen Johnson, I don't think they've ever had a player like this ever. Um, and it kind of sucks that him and Trey haven't been able to reach that peak at the same time. Um, yeah, it's definitely not Trey's fault. Atlanta just let Trey down, honestly, and it's unfortunate too. The only unfortunate thing is like letting Trey walk and like kind of being yeah, they definitely wasted time for sure. And the tough thing about that is like the ownership is still here. Trey might be gone, but the ownership is still here. So that's the only like iffy part I'm kind of nervous about because ownership um, does not like to pay over the tax. I know a lot of teams don't really like to do that, but it like you have to do that sometimes. So when Jalen Johnson hits his point, Atlanta's gonna have to invest into the team. If not, we're just gonna have a repeat of what happened with 11. So Atlanta cannot waste Jalen's opportunity. They already have a little bit. If Jalen was playing when he got drafted, I think this timeline would look a little different. I don't think Jalen would have popped on the scene as a star, but I definitely think this trajectory would have been a little earlier in his career. So Jalen, looking like this is his team leading the way here tonight. It's 5-9, but yeah, like Ben Simpson said, Atlanta did waste time with that Dejounte trade. Front office thought they were doing something, but they really weren't cooking with nothing. As Jalen can't get that and one opportunity to go out after that timeout. There we go. So Moge got the rebound, but couldn't get the putback to go. But Pelicans get out on the break pretty quickly, and Jeremiah Fears is going to the free throw line. So yeah, Waste of time. That's all that is, honestly. Atlanta is to blame. I don't really think put it on Trey. Trey came out, showed up, and I think Atlanta still kind of fumbled. I think they could have told Trey, "Hey man, look, this your team," by giving him that extension. And yeah, Jeremiah Fears is turning into a really good player. That's good for Pelicans. I've noticed that Pelican fans aren't freaking out about that offseason trade they did with Atlanta too much. As Atlanta, it's been too easy. So um, the Pelicans are shorthanded. Atlanta's just shorthanded Trey. They have Chris Stapps tonight. And another thing, with Trey leaving, that might open up AD a path for Anthony Davis to get to Atlanta. That's just what I've been hearing. It's either Toronto or Atlanta. But if Atlanta can get AD, I think they look completely different because as good as Chris Stapps is, I think I'd rather take an injury prone Chris Stapps or injury prone AD over an injury prone Chris Stapps. Um, and the tough thing would be is that what if Atlanta was playing with a Anthony Davis as well? Ooh, Ricochet almost put it back. But yeah, Pelican fans aren't freaking out as much. I've noticed with their future looking not too bad, honestly. Zach finds Nikhil. Ooh, in and out. Ricochet, good attempt at on that break, but Pelicans get that bucket. Mo finds Dyson for a bucket. Let's go. So Atlanta's offense is clicking. Their defense is looking all right. It's a 4 point game here early on. 8 minutes to go. 4 minutes have been played. Ricochet gonna get called on the foul. Holding Zion right there. So Atlanta's gonna have to key in on Zion Williamson. He is one of the only stars out there for New Orleans. Derek Queen is out there. Jeremiah Fears is out there. Jordan Poole is out there. So scoring can come from Jordan Poole. So we'll see. But we don't want to see that. Actually, we don't want to see that. So it's a turnover here. Atlanta forces a turnover as the Pelicans give the ball away to Atlanta. Atlanta is quick with it, and Atlanta get a quick three. So it's 16-9, very very quickly out of that sideline play. The broadcast didn't even cut to it. So yeah, man, a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of interesting stuff. It's not as gray and cloudy as the other day when I found out Trey was for real out of here when when his agents and said we're open to trades. Which I am going to say, as Atlanta's offense is just clicking right now. It's 18-11. I will say, man, I will say, I really don't think Trey's even still requested a trade. I just believe that Atlanta approached him. They said, hey, man, deadline's coming up. We weren't able to get a contract extension. Let's work together to find a new home. So we got a carry here, unfortunately, on Zach. But yeah, like I said, I think Atlanta was like, hey, this is what it is. Let's just see where it's at. And Trey said, all right, that's cool. And so I don't really think Trey was like, hey, get me out of Atlanta. But I think when the time came down to it, he was just like, all right, man, I guess. And then probably, some things have to be pushed a certain way. Jalen too easy. Jalen too easy. Another bucket. So Jalen has 8, 4 or 5 from the field, and he got back on defense tremendously well. I know a lot of people have been kind of on his head about defense this year, but hey, oh well. As Mogay gets a steal. Hey, for three. Let's go. Ricochet buries another triple, y'all. Ricochet going crazy. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. As Ricochet buries that triple, he is 3 of 4. He has 9 points. He's leading the way scoring for Atlanta. Great stuff from Ricochet. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I could be positive about. I really could. I can see the vision. I think if Jalen leading the way, it just looks a little different. Jalen's offense is it's not as reliant on you know creating space as much as Trey. So he doesn't need the ball in his hand as much. Uh, so Ben symptoms, I would like to see. So for me, I would like to see Atlanta maybe snag another. It doesn't have to be a high volume score, but just another score slash shooter. It doesn't have to be a premier playmaker, but I would like to see. So it's been rumored that Atlanta wants Corey Kispert. That would be perfect. So in the trade for Trey, all the mock-ups, all the realistic ones that I've seen, which have been to the Washington Wizards, which that is Trey's preferred trade destination. That is his number one trade destination. So get your money, Trey. You deserve it. Um, it hurts that you are on another, you are heading away from Atlanta, but so with that package, Kispert, yeah, exactly. Um, so you have two like premier, you know, role guys, shooters. Um, and honestly, I think McCollum would be a good fit too, just to come off the bench for Atlanta to give a spark. I think that would be a great fit for Atlanta because they will need somebody to control the offense. So I think that would be a good role for CJ. He doesn't have to do too much because Atlanta has guys like Dyson, Nikhil. So doesn't have to do too much. He just has to play that role. So it's not limited, but it is useful, I think. So so yeah, man. And I think that'll open up, you know, Ricochet's game completely. I think it'll open up, obviously, more of the game for Jalen. It'll obviously place responsibilities on Dyson. Um, replace responsibilities on Ricochet as well. So I think I don't know, man. With the death of something, I think growth can be a great opportunity. So you cut your hair, it grows back even better. So I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I can't even lie to y'all. It's tough. I never thought Trey would be gone, bro. I wanted Trey to be a Hawk for life. I can't even lie. You could ask all my homies. I was dead set on Trey being a Hawk for life, but I guess some things just aren't in the cards. Oh, Moge already got 4 steals. Wow. So Moge making an impact in his first start of the season, I believe. So V Crazy can't get that to go. So a couple subs for Atlanta. It's Chris Stapps and V Crazy in for Nikhil. Hey man, I will say one thing too. Trey has been showing up all throughout all this craziness. So Atlanta's lead is cut down to 8 points. But like I was saying, Trey has shown up. He has been a great teammate. He's been a great sport, if you will say. Dyson quite wasn't ready for that pass, but Trey has shown up, man. He's always supported his teammates throughout this madness, and I will say that, man. He is a great leader, despite what everybody says, dog. No matter what everybody says, um, Trey's shown up, dog. That's what sucks too. He has been always bought into the franchise. Atlanta's loved him. He's loved Atlanta, and it's just tough to see him go, bro. It just sucks. So Bryce McGowan gets good looks here early on. He is 6 for 6. My phone's connected to my girl's. All right, we good, we good, we good. My fault. Oh yeah, bang out, baby. Let's go. As Jalen powers down one home for his 10th point, 25-17. So Kristaps finds Jalen on that back cut. Excellent stuff. Kristaps is also in trade rumors. It's not as large as Trey. I think that shows, that the gravity that Trey really does pull around the league. All the attention has been pulled to Trey, and where his new destination might be. I'm gonna laugh if everything stays normal and Trey does remain in Atlanta. um, but the writing seems to be on the wall. It does seem like there is a trade imminent. Maybe not in the next couple of days, but at least in a week or some change in the next month. But yeah, it would be funny to all the traders that to see Trey back in a Hawks uniform. I would laugh at myself. Yeah, I would be happy to laugh at myself. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It sucks, dog. It sucks to see him on the bench and like active with the guys and like knowing that it's like, you know, mostly the front office trying to save money. It just sucks. The Hawks front office is cheap as hell. I think we can all agree there. As Kristaps knocks down that three, but like let's all agree there, y'all. As a fan base, let's just blame the front office and ask the front office to do better because Atlanta could have, you know, nullified all of this stuff by offering Trey some sort of money or working with him. I think. Step back, KP doesn't quite get it to go. So Atlanta's lead is 7 points. It's 28-21. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I know the national news is the trade market for Trey isn't as high as everybody would expect it to be. So we'll see um, if and what a deal will look like. But right as of now, only Washington has been mentioned as a serious potential trade suitor for Trey Young. Um, yeah, it's tough, y'all. It's tough to be a Atlanta Hawk fan and a Trey fan. So Jalen gets that to go. God fucking damn, bro. So that pass just goes haywire. So turnover. Thankfully, Atlanta's defense is playing somewhat impactful defense, even though it's not been the strongest. So Jalen checks out, Moge checks in. Oh brother, man, I feel like I got cat hair on my face. And it's been really impactful stuff from Nikhil too. Nikhil finds Kristaps in the corner for the triple. Kristaps has 6 points. He has two of them are from 3 point land. So he's 2 of 4 from three. Um, Atlanta's overall 5 of 12 from three, so haven't been shooting the greatest, but they are definitely shooting better than New Orleans. They are 1 of 5 from three. So anticipate Moge getting a lot of minutes. There is no Onyeka. I forgot he was ruled out. That was a great pass from Nikhil to find Mo. Mo just couldn't quite finish as strong. Good defense from Nikhil. But like I said, Nikhil, he has never averaged over double digits in his career. And this year he's averaging 20 points. So I think Atlanta saw that and they said, hey, maybe we can get, maybe this is our Trey replacement. Um, okay, let me rephrase myself. I don't think you can replace Trey and what he can contribute to the squad. Um, the showmanship that he offers, it's just a different level. But sometimes you gotta, back up the talk. And unfortunately, Atlanta hasn't been able to surround Trey with a team to, back it up. So um, it's 32-22. Moge is at the line. He knocked that first one down. But yeah, like I said, Nikhil, his leap this year has been special. I think 9 points to 20 points is not something to sleep on. Um, yeah, 11 points. That's a big jump, dog. That's a big jump. Oh, V, that was a nice layup attempt, but it gets swatted. So we got a foul on Chris Stapps, unfortunately. But yeah, like I was saying, um, with the emergence of Nikhil and Jalen, I think it just gave the Atlanta Hawks front office maybe just a little different vision. Um, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I just don't get it. I don't get how they. I mean, money wise, I get it. I get money wise. I know it's a new business, but Atlanta should have made Trey and Jalen work. But with the amount of money Trey looking for, hey, I get that Atlanta just could not do that, especially with the addition of Kristaps Porzingis. I think if they got somebody a little cheaper than Porzingis, that they probably would have extended Trey. Um, but they definitely needed to address the center spot. So I mean, gotta beggars can't be choosers, honestly. So we'll see, man. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. Hopefully, they can get a good dub tonight, though. They are playing the West's worst Pelicans, so hopefully they can turn things around. It's been a little tough little stretch. There we go, bucket. So Kennard comes off the Kristaps screen and knocks it down. Nikhil picks up an assist. Atlanta pushes their lead to 10 points, and New Orleans just a little too excited there on that transition break. So Kennard, Chris, Kennard, Kristaps, and Krejci were all passing to each other. It's hilarious. They gotta stick together over here in Atlanta. If you know, you know. Excuse me, y'all. I am recovering from some sort of sickness. So we got Keaton Wallace minutes. As Keaton checks in. Excuse me. So Chris Stapps comes in 17 points, 46% from the field, 85% from the free throw line. Say less. So let's go over the stats here. So first quarter ends. It is 37 to 26. Atlanta is leading by 11 points. So Jalen Johnson is leading the way scoring wise. He has 10. Ricochet has 9. Other than that, not too much going on. Kristaps 7 points, 2 of 4 from three. He is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So kind of other news as we kind of do a little box score watching. It's sounding like FanDuel Sports Network is about to go under as well. So um, it's kind of funny. Playback shut down. RIP Playback, but good, bro. Good. FanDuel shutting down. Um, so hopefully the league gets its viewership in order because they need to stop playing and quit playing with us. Let us watch these games as fans. Let us come together, watch these games. The basketball is for the people. They need to stop tripping. And so it sounds like FanDuel Sports Network is going under. They've missed payments to I think all 13 organizations in the NBA. It started off they missed payments to the St. Louis Cardinals, and I believe. Oh, that's gonna have to change, bro. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I don't know how I'm finna set this up. Oops, shit. All right, y'all. Let's try to figure this out. All right, bro. We got a good setup now. We got a good setup. So we got a decent setup at least. So Dyson gets the bucket. He is getting an and one opportunity. That floater is good over Jeremiah Fears. So Atlanta's leading by 14 as Dyson knocks down the free throw. Yep. So Zion is back in for the Pelicans. Like I said, it's shorthanded Pelicans, shorthanded Hawks a little bit. Hey, My fault, y'all. Just looking at my armpit. My fault, gang. I was trying to get my Wi-Fi right, but if I'm skipping frames, my apologies. So Atlanta's rolling here. It's 28-42. It's Dyson. Okay, Dyson. It's, Dyson's jump shot hasn't hit, but it does look a lot better. Um, so 28-42 as he misses almost everything on that one. Jordan Poole sidestep gets that bucket to go. So it's back to 11 for Atlanta's 42-31. 10 minutes to go. So in for Atlanta's Asa Newell, Luke Kennard as Asa steps back to the three. Can't get that to go. Moge high points the ball and he puts it right back up and gets it to go and one. Mo Gay, 44-31. He is making the most of his minutes. He has not been able to crack the rotation a lot of the times because when Kristaps is back and Onyeka is back, it's just not a lot of minutes. And Quinn likes to go offense. And Mo's offense isn't quite as polished, but he's having a great game as of now. So, good stuff from Mo. It's great to see as he knocks down that and one opportunity. It's 45-31. Atlanta is up by 14 again. So Asa Newell guards Zion. Dyson a little jumpy guarding Jordan Poole. As Moge gets the initial board, but Kevon Looney knocks it away. And Jordan Poole's second attempt does not go. Now Ricochet has the rebound, brings it up for Atlanta, finds Mo. Mo finds Kennard quickly. Dyson gets in the paint. He gets the floater up, just rolls right off the rim, unfortunately. So Atlanta's lead is in at 14. It's 31-45. So Dyson was guarding Zion, and Zion just powers his way in the lane on that one. So Atlanta's lead cut down to 12. So Atlanta's offense looking really good. Defense is looking pretty good. You know, they're getting misses. They aren't causing as much turnovers here in the second quarter as not. I wouldn't really expect New Orleans to be that loose. As Dyson gets a bucket, they shut down playback December 6th because they just couldn't keep up with the funding. So playback had to be shut down because Ricochet with the excellent that was a good transition block from Ricochet. But yeah, they had to shut down playback because so Quinn's gonna challenge that absolutely. So Quinn's challenging that block attempt on Ricochet. But yeah, my fault. They look trying to watch this foul. Oh, yeah, that's clean. That's a clean block. But yeah, they shut down playback because they just couldn't keep it funding. They had to shut it down last month. So RIP. It's been a month without playback. So, but yeah, no more playback for the meantime. Little Red, go Hawks. You know what's good, baby. Appreciate you tapped in, my boy. But yeah, no more playback for the time being. But they did leave us with some hope. They did say that hopefully they were selling the technology and all that stuff to maybe somebody that um can afford the upkeep. So it was a good run. I think playback was around a total of 6 years. I think I was on playback for about 2. So shout out to playback. RIP. We still talk about you. Everybody hit F in the chat for to pay your respects for playback. But yeah, we gonna find a way. Hopefully, like I said, FanDuel it might be shutting its doors down. FanDuel Sports Network. It has nothing to do with the betting platform. So FanDuel is safe. I don't even use FanDuel. We can't use FanDuel over here. But FanDuel Sports Network is about to shut down. They might. So I read in the article I read, it was saying Yeah, I think they have a message on playback if you update it that they have the blog they have the blog link to the whole article, and it says goodbye for now, yada yada yada. So, but yeah, it might look different in next year, but FanDuel, I know they have 13 teams. I know Memphis, Spurs, Atlanta, Cleveland. I can't list all 20 of them or 13 of them, but it's 13 teams that are connected to FanDuel Sports Network. So our viewership might look a little different. Um, I know right now with FanDuel, you can. That's a clean block, dog. That's a clean block. I don't know what they're talking about. So we'll see what the result of this challenge was. But yeah, yeah, FanDuel is they missed payments this month, bro. They missed payments to 13 teams in the NBA this month, and they missed So the challenge was successful. A little side note, but FanDuel did miss payments to 13 teams this month, and they missed a payment to the St. Louis Cardinals last month. So they are kind of defaulting on payments at the moment. So FanDuel might be next. FanDuel Sports Network, I should clarify. Um, yeah, I believe, like the Spurs. There were a couple other teams. I'll check it out at halftime. I'll pull up the article at halftime. But as Atlanta's defense causes some misses here. But yeah, it really wasn't too many major market teams. But I have to look to double check. But um, I was reading that if they do close down and they shut down, they have a like their contract with the league. It has some language in it that they'll get all their money back from FanDuel Sports Network and they'll go somewhere else because I believe the people who are trying to buy FanDuel Sports Network, I think it's DAZN. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but I don't believe the NBA really aligns with their vision. So I think FanDuel Sports Network would just be gone. So hopefully Atlanta gets this viewership issue in order, because I know fans have been calling for that to get fixed. Just give us games on certain platforms and let streamers do their thing, bro. Playback was really important. Um, really a big part of a lot of creators' world. Um, just cause shit, sports for everybody, bro. Why not? Why not have that? So Atlanta's leading here. Defense has been on one. So it's Jalen, Kristaps, Nikhil, Zach, and Luke Kennard out there. Jalen finds Nikhil in the corner. Nikhil hasn't quite found his shot from outside yet. So, yep, the foul was offensive, Kevon Looney. So Atlanta's lead is 12 right now. But yeah, viewership could look different here in the next maybe couple even months. Well, actually, I lied to you. They said they would finish out the year with the NBA, so like on schedule. So it'll be interesting. Oh yeah, Nikhil and one. It's 49-35 as Nikhil gets that to go. But yeah, like I was saying, hopefully FanDuel shuts its doors next, and we can, cause that was a really big part of it. I'm sure. I mean, I don't really know anything for certain, but everything I know is alleged and conspiracy theory at this point. Or I wouldn't say anything I know. I would say I think, but I think it was. I think playback shut down for real because they just gave it gave too many people an opportunity to watch the game, and like places like FanDuel couldn't let that happen. So I feel like they kind of had a hand in it. But that's just me. That's my conspiracy. That's my tinfoil. I think FanDuel and other smaller TV markets because it's not just like FanDuel. I know good stuff. Atlanta's defense turns it somewhat into offense as Jalen finds Ricochet in the corner. That's a little too strong. So Ricochet misses his first 3 point opportunity. That wasn't his first 3 point opportunity, but it was his first miss though. Oh my God, KP just smoked that lay. He got right up under the rim. So lead is 12. New Orleans is on the break, and Jalen affects Jordan Poole's lay right there. So Nikhil gets it to Ricochet. Ricochet. Oh no, brother, no! His dunk goes in and out. So tough stuff for both teams. Offense has been a little ugly for both squads. Ooh, good stuff. So Luke Kennard, that's great defense, bro. Do not challenge that, bro. Do not challenge that. It's 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, bro. You already use a challenge, dog. Do not challenge that. No, do not challenge that, bro. Do not challenge that. That was might be off Luke Kennard. So yeah, thankfully Atlanta doesn't listen. So yeah, I'll be interested to look to see what other teams have where they're broadcasted on. Cause I know some teams just have their own type thing. So hopefully the NBA just gets on. Hey, let's go. As Chris Stats knocks that down. Hopefully the NBA is just broadcasted to like major markets like ESPN, ABC, NBC, all those. I know they're all being bought up by each other, but still, I think that would be the best way for Atlanta. And Ricochet gets out on a break, and Jalen finds him, and he goes up, gets fouled by Derek Queen. So Atlanta's doing good, man. Their offense is clicking, to say the least. It is a Pelicans team, so you would want Atlanta to play like this. So, so yeah, Jalen's playmaking is definitely, I think, underrated still. I think he has sitting at like 8 assists, maybe. I know he's been doing pretty well. Um, he averaged a triple double last month. Was the first Hawk to ever do that, and that was pretty impressive. So timeout here by somebody. Ricochet misses that first free throw. Let's do a little box score watching. Oh my god, bro, that is actually wild. These ads are insane, bro. Do y'all see the ad? Hold on. Do y'all see that ad, bro? Okay, yeah, good. Y'all don't see the ad. That ad is insane. That ad is crazy though. I will say that. So yeah, we'll go through some articles here at halftime, kind of. So we're not trying to do too much. So early on here, Jalen still has 10. I don't know about that. Hold on, bro. Yeah, I guess stats haven't really changed too much. I think the starters are in for Atlanta now. It's Jalen, Mo, Ricochet, Nikhil, and Dyson in. We're in a timeout break for Atlanta, but Veet hasn't found his shot either. Nikhil is 1 for 5 from the from the field. Excuse me. So hopefully those two kind of find their shot. I know with with the trade news, it's gonna have to look a lot different. Veet is gonna have to be more consistent. It's been shown that Nikhil can, you know, play with that type of volume. So he's just gonna have to be consistent, which he has been this year. So averaging the most he's ever averaged in his career. So interesting stuff. Kristaps has 10 off the bench. He is tied with Jalen for scoring. So it's been positive. Hopefully Reese J continues his strong run. He's 3 for 6 from the field. He is 3 of 3 from three. Um, I don't know, man. Trey is reportedly trying to work his way to the Washington Wizards. So if oh man, oh I'm slacking, bro. My fault if I was lagging there. But yeah, the reports are saying that Trey and his team as Ricochet knocks down that second free throw. They're trying to work their way to Washington because, not because, but that would just mean that Washington is trying to extend Trey Young. That is one of the only teams that probably said yes to an extension for Trey. So, um, which like me and Ben Simpsons were saying a little earlier, it's gonna be good for both parties as Nikhil knocks down the three. I know I'm a little late on that, so Nikhil knocks down the three. It's 57-42. Um, but yeah, all reports indicate that Trey might be heading to the Washington Wizards, but it's an unfortunate day. But yeah, um, it would just be more than likely because of that reason is Washington was one of the only teams that said they were gonna extend Trey. So that's probably how. Oh damn! As Derek Queen finds Zion Williamson for the jam. That was pretty nice. So hopefully Atlanta can get a return that makes sense. Hopefully they don't send out too much, which would mean they send out Trey Young. Jalen gets it to go too easy. It's 59-44. So like I said, hopefully they don't send out too much for sending out one of their star players. So hopefully they get a decent return if it goes that way. It's still reports. It's still nothing terribly imminent, but hey, man, yeah, it might not be a lot of winning, but it is a lot of wealth. So I can't be mad at it. Honestly, get your money. Just wish it would not have been the case, but hey, it's the new NBA, man. You can't get paid $50 million a year if you want to win. So it'll be tough for Atlanta. If Atlanta starts winning without him, it'll be interesting because I think Atlanta and Trey might be leaving decent uh on decent terms. I'll reiterate it. I don't think Trey was the one to initiate, say, "Hey, get me out of here." I think Atlanta approached him and was like, "Hey, uh, let's see where we're at since we weren't able to agree on a contract extension and a price point." So it's probably more so Atlanta being Atlanta. Unfortunately, they're cheap as hell. So, but if Atlanta really wanted to win, they would invest in Trey and then invest in a decent center. But hey, man, I don't know nothing. I'm just a fan. So New Orleans gets that to go. But writing is on the wall. It just might be good for both parties to get a refresh. Uh, the young Hawks that are, out here hooping, kind of have, I wouldn't say earned it because I don't want to say they were trying to play Trey off the team. But they definitely needed to step up, and I think they stepped up in a big way. As Jalen gets that field goal up, but he misses that midi. But yeah, low key, I mean, you might could look at it like he's leaving one poverty franchise to go to another one, because Yeah, if Atlanta does not, so they have an opportunity to, I believe, not do what they did with Trey, and that was waste his really like youthful prime years. So if Atlanta can invest in the team around Jalen Johnson, then I don't think we'll have a repeat of Jalen just walking out the door over nothing, over just money, and we'll have success under his belt and plenty other things. As Jalen gets the bucket to go, and man, you gotta take over. So Jalen has 14 points. After that quick start, hey, Jalen and Zion going band for band right now. 61-52. They have cut the lead to single digits. Jalen steps back, can't get that three to go, but New Orleans fights over the rebound, and it's gonna be Atlanta ball. So yeah, Trey is on the way out, but I think it's gonna open up opportunities that I didn't think Atlanta had. I thought this team was decent. I thought this was the best team that Trey has ever had built around him. And honestly, it might be a little too good. But Bakers can't be choosers, bro. I mean, we've been as Hawks fans, we've been begging for Atlanta to build a team around Trey, and now that they build a team that's like might be, look better differently or look different without Trey. I don't know, man. I never imagined that. So I think Moge is gonna get this foul. He did a good job. Um, yeah, CJ really ruined the NBA. And it's funny that it's gonna be CJ McCollum. We're gonna be getting back in the trade. So a lot of the trade structures I have seen, like the markup trades with Washington, a lot of them have CJ in that trade. So he has an expiring contract, so it would be all right if Atlanta got him, because he is off the books next year or this off season. So um, it would open up Atlanta an opportunity to go get other key pieces in this next off season. So Corey Kispert is another name that has been mentioned in the trade reports and rumors with Trey in the whole Washington and Atlanta trade. So Zion misses that free throw, and Jalen Johnson collects it. And like I was saying, Corey Kispert, CJ McCollum, which I wouldn't be mad at. Corey Kispert might be a good addition. He might be, a microwave scorer. So Dyson gets the ball inside. He can't really do too much with that. He finds Jalen on the corner slash wing. And Jalen's going to attack. He just bullies. Oh, yeah, bullies him and gets it to go. He has 16 points. It's 65-53. Zion and Jalen going back to back. Jalen is 8 of 12 from the field. Like I said, he got 16. And Jalen Johnson just strips Zion at the rim and can't get that to go. It's tough too, man. You see on the broadcast, Trey is at the end of the bench, man. It's just, he's cheering his teammates on. He's doing the normal thing. It's like nothing is happening. But it's tough, man. Trey is as much as everybody wants to shit on Trey for being, not a bad or not a good teammate. I really think Trey is a really good. From the outside looking in, it seems like Trey's a pretty good teammate. He's always encouraging his guys and whatnot. So it's if you're a Hawks fan, it's a tough world. It's a tough world. Hold on, y'all. I gotta charge my phone real quick. All right, man. So let's go through some stats. We are. What am I trying to say? We are in halftime. We are at a stoppage point. So Atlanta up by 12, 65 to 53. Like I said, Jalen 16 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 2 blocks. I thought he got a steal. It could have been considered a block on that last one of those last second possessions, but he has 16, 6, and he has 2 assists. So it's been actually pretty good stuff from the starting five, although, nothing too much jumps off the stat sheet other than Ricochet, 12 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the 3 point line. It's been great to see Ricochet, and that's, I'm going to say it again, with Trey more than likely out the door. I think this opens up a whole new opportunity for that I just did not think would be available to some of these guys. I think Ricochet might be able to reach a different potential. I'm not saying he's gonna be, you know, KD level, but shit, if Ricochet turns into a 16 to 18 point scorer for the rest of the year, I'll have faith that he could get to 20. Um, with Jalen emerging and doing the things he's doing, shit, he might average another triple double this month. Um, Obviously, it will give more opportunity for guards to play. Like Dyson, Nikhil will get obviously more time and more responsibility. Um, so with that being said, I do hope Atlanta adds maybe a guard or two that can somewhat contribute offensively. Whether that just be a sharpshooter or maybe CJ and Corey Kispert would make sense. It does make sense for both sides. Trey gets what he wants. He gets his money, which I think is deserved. Trey is number 3 all time in assists. So Trey has obviously shown he is of a different tier. Don't think we need to prove otherwise. Um, but yeah, Trey's gonna get his money, which, like I said, he's deserved of. So shout out to Trey. But it looks a little different for Atlanta. Nikhil, like I said, he's never averaged over 9 points. I think one of the years he averaged 9.9. This year he's averaging 20 points. So that leap probably made things look a little different for the Hawks front office. Um, and honestly, with the bright spots that Asa Newell has shown this year, I don't know, man. Asa looks really, really positive. I know these past couple games he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but Asa Newell has looked really good. Um, Other than that, I think Porzingis looks all right. I mean, I wouldn't be sad if Porzingis goes or if he stayed, but if Atlanta can turn Porzingis into Anthony Davis, I think it looks a whole lot different for Atlanta. Um, so who knows, man? Who knows? Onyeka Okongwu was out. He hasn't been mentioned in any trades. He's just out with the illness. He's been fighting that since Toronto games. So Onyeka is out with illness. So I don't know. I like Onyeka. I think his future is kind of set for at least a little bit in Atlanta. Um, I know his contract isn't too long, but I know for the next couple of years he should be a solid piece for Atlanta. But if he gets moved, I hope not. But um, hopefully it'll be more of a Chris Stapps for AD trade. But if that New Orleans pick lands for Atlanta, dog, it's gonna look a whole lot different. Cause I don't know, De'Aaron Peterson. I'm not too up on college at the moment, but De'Aaron Peterson is out there. AJ DeBansa, Cameron Boozer. Um, it'll be interesting to see where Atlanta goes. Atlanta might get 2 picks because they have a chance to get, I believe, Cleveland's first round pick. So They can have two first round picks, maybe a top five. Hopefully, with the Pelicans kind of struggling. So yeah, man, it's crazy times. Atlanta is looking to move Trey Young. That is what the reports say. But and I don't look, man. It wasn't Trey Young problem. It wasn't a Dejounte Murray problem. I think it was an Atlanta Hawks problem. Um, I think Atlanta just, and I think Atlanta got lucky with Jalen Johnson because I think I want to say stuck with Trey. I would love to have Trey finish out his career as an Atlanta Hawk, but with the emergence of Jalen Johnson, it just looks a whole lot different. It do, man. It do. I can't deny it. Um, Especially with a consistent performance this year. If it was, a little spotty, he did have, low points this year. I think Atlanta would be a little less inclined to trade Trey. But with it looking so for sure and so like definite, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Jalen has come in, popped on the scene and taken over. So with that being said, I'll get back to the stats here in a second. I'm gonna use this time during halftime to use the restroom and whatnot, blow my nose and whatnot, trying to get this all this mucus out. But give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, we back, y'all. We back. We back. So halftime is over with. So Atlanta is back. Hold on, I fix my phone 1 second. So turnover passes it right to Dyson. Mogay's pass does not end out too strong. Ooh, but Mo's defense though. There we go. All right, man, we're in business now. There we go. We are in business. So Atlanta is up 12. It's 30 seconds into the second half. And Ricochet's on the break. He gets fouled. Good stuff. Ricochet is one of the best players in transition statistically. So positive for Ricochet as he goes to the line. He has a chance to add to his night. He has 12 points. His free throw line hasn't been too great to Ricochet over this past couple games. Hopefully, he can knock down the second one. Yep, knocks that second one down. So no Herb Jones, no Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey for New Orleans, no Jose Alvarado. As Jalen tips it to Ricochet, and Ricochet finds Mo for that elbow jumper, but that's no good for Moge. So even though no Onyeka, Porzingis comes off the bench, which is somewhat notable. Porzingis wasn't really a bench guy before he came to Atlanta, but hey. So yeah, man, great stuff from Moge as he gets the starting nod in place of Onyeka tonight. So Atlanta nor New Orleans can come up with that rebound, and it's gonna stay here with New Orleans. It's interesting. Dyson just swats Derek Queen for a second time. Dyson's been guarding Derek Queen all night. It's been effective as well at it. Nikhil, good shot. Oh man. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose real quick. So they knocked down a triple while I was away for a brief second. Hey, I heard Big Tigger shout it out. So Jalen finds Mo Gay in the corner, and Mo Gay. Ooh, I got tissue on my face. That's crazy work. So yeah, good stretch from Mo Gay here, as Mo, like I said, got the start in place of a sick on Yeka. Um, these next couple weeks for Atlanta is gonna be interesting, man. If you're a Hawks fan, we don't know who's gonna be on the roster by the end of the month. Shit, by the end of the week, honestly, the way it's moving. CJ McCollum is out for the Wizards. Corey Kispert is out for the Wizards. Um, Kobe White is out for the Bulls. Um, so it'll be interesting, yo. It'll be interesting to see what the trade structure looks like. Um, as much of a fan I am of Trey, it will hurt to see Trey Young not be in a Hawks jersey. But it might be best for both parties. Trey will get a new start, maybe a new chance to um, play with a younger, still a younger core and develop those guys into winners. I think Trey is a winner. To be honest, I really don't believe Trey. I don't really buy into the narratives that have all been pushed about Trey. That Trey doesn't compete, all that stuff. Because I've watched Trey over his career. Not saying I know best and I know what's right, but it just doesn't seem like Trey doesn't buy in. He doesn't, encourage his teammates to be the best players they can be. It just doesn't seem that way. Um, Trey definitely seems like obviously I don't know because I'm not in those locker rooms, but he seems like a good teammate. Seems like a guy that is focused and determined to win. So with that being said, hopefully both parties wind up being successful after this transition, if that is the case. Because with all the reporting that's kind of picked up in the last couple of days, and especially today, I know a lot of reports today have kind of pinpointing the Wizards as a true landing spot. I know that was the first report, but nobody really truly believed that until kind of today. So Fears can't get that one to go. Daniels picks up the board. Dyson just a little bit off on that little layup attempt. So foul is going to be called here on Atlanta as Jeremiah Fears tries to get that lay to go. It's 53-69, 9:18 left in this third quarter. So second half is underway. Atlanta's doing a good job. They came into this. Man, oh man, yeah, my fault. Yeah, I am struggling. Been sick for the past week and some change. So Fears misses on that. So Hawks getting into their offense. They have their starters out there. It was Nikhil, Dyson, Zach, Mo, and Jalen out there. Like I said, no on Yucca. And Nikhil gets into the paint and gets it to go. Hey, man, I don't think Nikhil is Shea by any means, but the leap that Nikhil has taken, I don't know, man. That trade from Minnesota to Atlanta might have sparked a new Nikhil Alexander, or just giving him the keys to be him. So Ricochet hands off to Dyson. Dyson finds Jalen, and Jalen can't get that little post move to go. Um, I know it's still early on, and his career is very early. He's 20 years old. Reese J though, I really, really believe that Ricochet can turn into a 16 to 18 point scorer. And then, honestly, look at the leap that Jalen took. Um, Atlanta believed in Jalen, kept Jalen around, and he's blossomed into an all star and all NBA talent. As Jalen finds Nikhil on the wing, can't get that to go, but Ricochet fights for it, and it's going to result in New Orleans ball. So Fears tries to get down the court pretty fast. He doesn't really work out. Dyson deflects it, and Jordan Poole just puts the three up and misses. So Dyson finds Nikhil on the wing. Nikhil step back. 4-3 isn't good, but New Orleans comes away with that. Oh no. As Jeremiah Fears is going to the line again. So 71-56, Atlanta is up. But yeah, I got faith, man. I might be coping, call it what it is. But so Jeremiah Fears knocks down his first attempt at the line. So it is 58-71. So Atlanta's offense going through one of their typical cold stretches. It seems they're getting buckets every now and then. And Moge blows up that alley oop attempt from Queen to Zion. So we got another attempt at the line. Yeah, Trey just chilling on the end of the bench, man. It's tough. So Atlanta holding on to a 12-point lead here. It's 59-71. They were doing pretty good. Offense was clicking, defense was causing turnovers, but Zion goes 1 for 2 at the line. So Chris Stapps has been put in the game for Moge. So Derek Queen's Hezi Euro does not go. We It's a good cut by Ricochet, good find by Jalen, and Atlanta is fighting. Oh, okay. So kickball on New Orleans is gonna be Atlanta ball. So Atlanta's kind of scuffling for it. Neek is wild. Oh, we Bryce McGowan's kind of had his foot near Ricochet's face, and Neek said he's about to pass out. We so couple of empty possessions back to back for Atlanta, and Zion cannot get that to go. That would have been an insane clip. Ricochet puts the three up, can't get it to go, but Dyson collects the rebound. Richie's gonna get another attempt, puts it up and puts it in for three. So Richie has 16 points. It's 4 or 5 from three. 74-59. So Richie is giving me hope, man. In dark days, he is a bright light. As Richie picks up the board, finds Jalen. Jalen's starting to break. Jalen gets out, finds Veet on the wing. Veet finds Kristaps. Kristaps finds Richie. Richie steps back for the motherfucking triple for three. That's 5 triples for Zachary Richie. He has 19 points. Let's go. Richie got me hyped, dog. So Trae Young might have passed the light skinned torch to Zachary Richie in Atlanta as Richie nails the step back triple. It's positive stuff. Richie is 6 of 11 from the field. He is leading Atlanta scoring. So, great stuff. Great stuff. I will say great stuff from Richie. He has 25 minutes. It's probably one of the games where Richie's played the most up until now. So Richie finds himself 6 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So great stuff from Richie. Oh man, that's great, man. That's great. With the news with Trae, it has been as a Hawk fan, as a diehard Hawk fan. Um, Trae has been one of the best players. I obviously wasn't alive for Dominique, but Trae was the guy. He has been the star in Atlanta, and Atlanta hasn't had that since Dominique. So now that we might have another one, it just I don't know, man. It's gonna be a different day in Atlanta, but hey, shout out to Trey and all he did for the A. But that's just the business, I guess. That's just the business, and with that, the business is Atlanta has Jalen Johnson. Um, I don't know, man. Ricochet. I don't know, man. I don't want to be overinflated on Ricochet. Like I don't want to be too high on Ricochet. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I think our guy can give us at least, hot take. I think Ricochet is gonna be a 20 plus point scorer in the NBA when it's all said and done. It's gonna make sense why Atlanta drafted him. Um, Cause anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. If he has that effort and work, that work ethic, I think it will be rewarded and obviously seen. Um, I think next step for a lot of these guys is they just have to win. They have to win. In a Trey Youngless future, they're gonna just have to produce results. Um, there's not really any more excuse that like, hey, we're missing this, we're missing that. Atlanta might have built a good team, so we'll see. We'll see how these next, couple weeks, couple months, couple years turn out, and we'll see how it goes. So Veet gets the rare steal and gets the rim grazer to go. Atlanta finds themselves up by 20. So it is New Orleans again, man. It is New Orleans. You don't want to get too hype off a dub like this where you're supposed to take care of business. But for how things have been going for Atlanta, it's probably for the better. They took an L last game. It was a hard fought game. They just couldn't get it done. Couldn't turn the corner against the Raptors. So they are coming in 0 and 2 against the last or with their last two matchups against the Raptors. So a small losing streak is hopefully nipped in the bud. So Luke Kennard checks in for Ricochet. 60 to 79. So out there for Atlanta is Dyson, V, Kristaps, Luke Kennard, and Jalen. As Jalen finds V, may have got fouled on that follow through, but we'll see. Just a good move by Dyson. So Pelicans just having a nightmarish third quarter. As Dyson, let's go. He just attacks the rim and does a great job at it. He has 11 points, 5 of 9 from the field. So Atlanta has 10 or more threes. That is the 30th game for Atlanta as Jalen passed just a little too strong to Porzingis. It results in a turnover. So Atlanta has 11 turnovers. They just need to do a better job at taking care of the ball. Ooh, Jalen drives, gets the foul, almost came away with the highlight. So, like I was saying, what was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Jalen cannot get that first free throw to go. It's been a theme for Atlanta. They missed the first one, or they split the chances at the line. So Jalen this season at home, he has 23 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 51 from the field, and 1 steal a game. So at home, he's been showing out, even though Atlanta's record doesn't quite reflect it. They had a pretty tough schedule that first half of the season, so we'll see how it goes. Jordan Poole looks like he's struggling, boy. He looked like he's struggling, boy. Oh my God. Yeah, they are down by 22 points as they finally get a field goal. That's what I was saying. That is their second field goal of this third quarter. They are 2 of 18, or yeah, 2 of 18, or 2 of 17. Excuse me. No, I'm right. 2 of 18. Ah, goddamn, my phone be vibrating strong as hell. I'm trying to watch the game, bro. So Jalen checks out. He's doing a really great job at running the offense for Atlanta, or just running things for the Hawks. As Nikhil finds Kristaps. Kristaps is fouled there, trying to get the ball to Moge. So 2:45 left in this third quarter. I'm sure New Orleans wants this third quarter to be over with. So touch pass from Kristaps finds Moge in the corner. That's going to be Moge's next step, just to be more consistent on offense. Because if he's more consistent on offense, I guarantee you he's finna get more PT. That's really the only reason Ace has been playing over Mo. But Mo's defense is great stuff as Kennard forces a turnover, just closing out very well against the Pelicans. Pelicans now have 13 turnovers, so Atlanta's defense is showing out. So Micah Peavy fouls Nikhil on the inbound, and Atlanta is going to be shooting free throws here on out for the rest of the third quarter. So New Orleans kind of showing their youth with these struggles. Nikhil knocks down that free throw for Atlanta, so gets that to go. Nikhil has 9 points. He is two of two from the line. I don't want to think I jinxed them, but we'll see. So it's 83-62. Atlanta's up by 21 points. And Nikhil knocks that down. So he remains perfect at the line. He has 10 points. I'm so weak, bro. I got a screenshot there. Hold on, y'all. Oh, shit. That's weak as hell. I don't even care. I gotta get this screenshot off. Oh, that's weak as fuck. Ah, my fault. I had to get my game back correct. Let me make sure I'm live too. I don't want to be too behind. So it's a minute to go. Moge finds Kristaps in the corner, and Kristaps knocks it down. We live, we live, we live. So Kristaps knocks down the three off that Moge assist. It's 89-66, and Nikhil Alexander comes away with the steal. And that, I forget what it was called. Deceleration. The decel Euro catches the Pelicans there, and they end up fouling Nikhil. Great stuff as Nikhil gets the steal from Jeremiah Fears and just slows all the way down, and the Pelicans foul him. They rule it on the floor though. They said he wasn't shooting. So Moge can't get that one to go. Atlanta has 21 points off, I believe, 13 or 14 turnovers from the Pelicans. So Atlanta is having a great game. So Atlanta elects to challenge this official's call. So Nikhil said he got all ball. All right, so we got a review here. So 38 seconds. A review is underway. Field goal percentage for either team. Atlanta's sitting at 45, and New Orleans is shooting 37%. This third quarter has affected that a lot. They are not shooting that well. So since 2018, 2019, Atlanta is 10-3 against New Orleans. Um, Other than Minnesota Phoenix, the Washington Wizards, and Orlando Magic. That is funny. So with all the reports and stuff that have come out, it's interesting, man. So challenge here on the Nikhil Alexander Walker foul. I'll do a little box score watching in the meantime. Between time, so Atlanta's up by 23. It is 66-89. It's 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Third quarter hasn't been too friendly to New Orleans. They have only scored 13 points. Um, Only maybe a handful of field goals. So challenge is going to be successful for Atlanta. So that is going to be a Nikhil Alexander block and no foul for Keel. So all starters are in double digits for Atlanta. So great stuff offensively for Atlanta. Offense is clicking because their defense is active. Um, 5 steals for Moge, 2 for Nikhil, 2 for Dyson. Everybody in the starting lineup has a block. Chris Stapps has a block. Luke Kennard has a block. V. Krejci has a block. Asa Newell is the only player to not record a block for Atlanta. So Atlanta has 8 blocks, which is interesting. They have 11 steals, so they have forced New Orleans to turn the ball over, and they've converted on those. And that's exactly what Atlanta needs to do. That's going to be their identity from here on out. I believe their defense is going to be a key part of their offense. Um, oh, Mo Gay just out of nowhere, back to back swats, boy. Get that out of here. Man, I love to see it, man. I love to see it. And it sucks, too, because Trey is the first one off the bench, too, celebrating his guys. Hate it, man. Hate it. So I hope all those reports are just false news. Because Trey did come out and say consider the source before you consider the statement. So it's gonna be an Atlanta ball here as defense comes up big time. So Moge gets the first swat, and then Nikhil makes sure to stand on business and swat that second attempt that New Orleans put up. So 7 seconds for Atlanta, but Moge just a little too pass happy. So third quarter ends. It is 89-66. Atlanta is up by 23 points. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. So Moge making the most of his minutes. He got the start in place for he got the start in place for what you call it. Um in place for Onyeka tonight. So Mo has played 24 minutes. He has 10 points. Um, hasn't shot the best. He is 3 of 9 from the field, but still has 10 points. He has 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. 2 emphatic blocks too, not just oh, you blocked the shot. Nah, he has run back on defense and swatted the shot. So Mo playing great. Ricochet playing great. He has 19 points, 26 minutes. That is one of his highs minute wise, thankfully. So knowing Yeka for Atlanta kind of frees up space for Ricochet to kind of contribute. Moge as well, obviously. Asa Newell has only played 3 minutes. Honestly, he hasn't been too much of a need for Asa, honestly. Chris Stapps is back. He has played 18 minutes. He's kind of nearing his minutes restriction. And in his time, he has 13 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from three, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block as well. So if Asa checks in for Chris Stapps, if him and Most kind of split those 5 minutes, um, hopefully Asa gets a block so everybody that has played tonight can get a block. Oh, excuse me. Keenan Wallace played some. Um, just didn't play a whole lot. But Dyson, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Great stuff. Usual stuff on defense. Playing good on offense. Attacking the defense when they give him a lot of space. That is how he has kind of combated players playing off him and kind of sagging off. So he's found a way to contribute and kind of have a counter for that. So he isn't quite allowed to be guarded by centers anymore. Centers are kind of getting burnt now that Dyson's kind of found a rhythm offensively. So great stuff. So Asa Newell in the game as Dyson um, is leading the way. So Asa misses the first attempt and he gets the second to go, and that's an and one opportunity. So Asa puts his name on the score sheet with his first two. He is 1 of 3 from the field. That second effort was crucial. So Asa can't knock down that free throw, which has been a theme for Atlanta. Like I said, free throws haven't been the kindest to the Hawks. They just leave them at the line. Good pass from Zion finds Bryce McGowan is the one who scored that. He's got 13. So 68-91. Atlanta is up by a good amount. So Jordan Poole fouls Asa Newell as Asa um, had position against Jordan Poole. So the Hawks held the Pelicans to four made field goals in the third quarter, tied for the fewest made makes for the Hawks. So shout out to the Hawks defense. And Ricochet getting comfortable, drives, but okay, they both lose the ball. So Ricochet lost the ball, and it found Moge, but Moge unfortunately lost the ball. That's some 2K stuff right there. So 91-70. It's gonna be a push off as they call Dyson for an offensive foul there. He kind of extended the arm there. So it's 91-70. I know on the broadcast, or not the broadcast, the what you call it, the ESPN. The ESPN score sheet's a little ahead of me, so excuse me for being behind. But Atlanta gets a steal. Asa brings it up for the Hawks. Finds Luke Kennard on the wing for three. Let's go. So Luke Kennard has 10 points. He is stepping into he has stepped up and poured into Atlanta's success these past couple games, as he has 5 straight double-digit performances. So Luke Kennard, Asa finds Luke right back. So we got a little screen on the Asa, unfortunately. Oh shit! Oh my God! Trae Young is traded to the Washington Wizards. Damn. I wonder if he's still on the bench. So the trade is official. Goddamn. Trae Young is out of Atlanta. Goddamn. So Trae Young is no longer an Atlanta Hawk. At least, oh shit, bro. Trae is still on the Hawks bench. He has not been notified. But Trae is a Washington Wizard now. Trae Young out of Atlanta. That is tough. So it looks like the deal was, the deal that was reported with Corey Kispert and CJ McCollum coming to Atlanta was the deal. But let's go ahead and put that on screen. So everybody, it's official. Trey's still on the bench for the Hawks. I'm sure everybody's trying to let him know in the crowd. But Trae Young is gone, everybody. It's official. So it's official, y'all. Trey left the bench. Oh man, it is official, y'all. The Atlanta Hawks are trading four-time NBA All-Star Trey Young to the Washington Wizards for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. A new chapter, a new chapter for the Hawks. Today, Atlanta moves on and Trey rightly gets his money in Washington, so I'm excited to see what that extension will look like for Trey. Washington gets a special player, um, but Trey, it's official, y'all. It's official. It's official. In the middle of a game, Trey Young gets traded. Trey Young out of Atlanta. It's official. God damn. It's all because CJ McCollum too, because he did the player deal. I know I'm sure he gets the brunt of it. Goddamn man. Put one up in the air for Trey, bro. That's tough. Trey Young out of Atlanta. Tough. I never thought I'd see the day. Not like this. Middle of the season, middle of the game. Oh nah, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy work, y'all. So it's official though. It's official. Trey Young is unfortunately his chapter is closed in Atlanta. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Man, one time for the one time we got the Ice Trey jersey on, dog. One time, Ice Trey out, man. It's a sad day in Atlanta, though. But you know, shit, bro. Ice Trey forever, bro. Ice Trey the gang, bro. Ice Trey the motherfucking gang. So Atlanta moves on. Atlanta is moving on from Trey. It's become official. News just broke. Shams just broke the report. We got it up here. I'm gonna switch it over here slowly, but oh my God, Trey is out. He gets a start in Washington. Yeah. So word is he just left the Hawks bench. So we're gonna have a jump ball here between Michael Peavy and Jalen. They get tied up here. But the news, obviously, bro, they're in the middle of a game, dog. What's going on, bro? What is going on? I had to switch out. I had to throw on a jersey, dog. I had to throw on the Ice Trade jersey, bro. I had to throw it. I had to throw it on, bro. Hold on, bro. Man, I had to throw on the Ice Trade real quick, bro. Cause man, his tenure is done in Atlanta. It's an unfortunate day. It's a dark day, and Atlanta's gonna come out with a 20 plus point dub, bro. That is. I don't know if ironic is the word. I don't know if ironic is the word, dog. I don't know. That's crazy though. That's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day, y'all. I never thought I'd see the day. So turnover for Atlanta. I'm not even focused on the game no more. To be honest, to be 100% honest, dog, Trey Young is no longer a part of the Atlanta organization. As y'all see on the screen, the news is right in front of us, man. I cannot be delusional no more. My delusion is run out, man. My copium is officially out. It's done. I can't. Right, there's no more, bro. We're all out, man. My dealer said no more. So I can't cope no more, y'all. I can't cope no more. That Trey is gonna be, the leader of our championship team. So Hey man, put one in the air for Trey. Honestly, for real, for real. One of the greatest Hawks to put on a jersey. Can't be mad at the way he left. At least was on somewhat decent terms. He was, in somewhat of like, hey, just let me find a place that wants me and that's gonna pay me. And Washington was evidently that spot, y'all. Washington Wizards get a generational talent, but I'm sure I'll be, um, I'm gonna shake this off as a fan. As a fan, I'll be alright, bro. Cause this is like my first time like having, I have always been a fan of the NBA for sure. But I have been, team first. I definitely have been like a bigger fan of team more so than individual players. That's not saying I'm not, I don't like to keep up with individual players, but and keep up with the rest of the league. But I am kind of more so team oriented, and team success is more so my focus, I guess. Watching when I do watch. Um, so this is my first time having a one of my quote unquote favorite players be on my favorite team. So this is a new experience for your boy. I've never had one of my favorite players to watch. So Trey back out there chopping it up with the coaching staff, kind of just they dap up DC and Trey dap up. Yeah, he kind of said the same thing. I want you to go, but I know. So we can get three to go, and Jordan pulls down the triple. So yeah, y'all, we're still doing a little watch along. Atlanta is still currently playing the Pelicans, but Atlanta has traded four-time All-Star Trey Young, my guy. This Trey is starting anew in Washington, and we'll see how that results. So Jordan Poole fouls Nikhil after Nikhil gets a steal. Atlanta is up by what is that? 18. It's 84 to 102. So coach challenge for New Orleans as Atlanta has used their challenges, but everybody seen, I'm sure, Atlanta has traded Trey Young to the Washington Wizards for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. So I'm interested to see if Atlanta stays put or if they are still active before the deadline. Um, they are linked to Anthony Davis still. And with Trey on his way to Washington, that does free up the books for the Atlanta Hawks longer. Especially if Hill is short around Porzingis, maybe a future. No, Atlanta has the Cleveland, so it would be ideal to send that to but I think AD would be I think I'd argue with it. So coach's challenge probably is not gonna be successful for New Orleans, but as y'all see, I'm sure y'all have seen the news. Trey Young is out of Atlanta. A deal has been reached, and he's going to Washington. So congratulations to Trey. I hope you get your money, dog. But Atlanta moves on, and their future is now. Okay, so no fact, but Atlanta's ball. So damn, Atlanta's. Hey man, Atlanta's gonna look to close out this game up, but Trey Young is still on the bench for the Hawks, man. He's not wavering. He's still out here with his guys. So tough, man. I was trying to cope, man. I was trying to be delusional and try to tell myself that Trey is not going nowhere for the future. But Atlanta and their front has other plans, as Jalen is now in charge of things over here in the A. So Jalen finds Dyson on the ice at 13 points. Dyson, he's 6 of 10 from the field. So now it is a 20-point lead for Atlanta. But man, oh man. I think the game is a second hand at this point. Trey out for the Hawks. Zion can't get that to go. Yeah, I'm not even really focused on the game, to be honest. This 20 points is not really too much to get enthused about. So Ricochet stops and pops and knocks down the three. So Ricochet now has 25. One of his highest scoring games this season. He's 7 of 9 from 3. So great stuff from Ricochet. As I think that was it Bryce McGowan's? Yeah, 17. So Bryce McGowan's get into a bucket for New Orleans. He's trying some. Jalen gets the 3 up, can't get it to go. As Nikhil's defense affects Michael Peavy there, and he loses the ball. Jordan Poole is trying to find space against Jalen. Jalen doing a good job staying grounded. And catch and shoot from Michael Peavy is good. So Michael Peavy has he went 5 from the 3-point line. I know he's not turning to the bench talking shit. So Ricochet now elects to find Jalen, but that turnover does not go as expected. So Atlanta's defense almost paid off there. Almost got Zion to miss that shot. So Dyson attacks. Nobody's. Ooh, he almost traveled there. Jalen finds Kristaps in the corner. Kristaps a little short. Can't get that one to go. Ricochet tries to fight for it. And New Orleans is all on the ground. Yeah, the game is all but over. It's 4 minutes to go. 91-107, and New Orleans hits 3. It is now a 13-point game. So it's 13 points. Atlanta's least dwindling. I would say it's slipping, but it's definitely shrinking. So it's 94-107, and I think the game is definitely secondary at this point. So Trey Young has officially been moved. So we gotta get used to this. Gotta get used to this. A Trey Youngless future. So never that's the day. Like my boy Trey. Like I'm not a Trey, obviously. But like definitely this is a little funk pop, Trey Funko Pop. Oh, it happened, dog. It happened. What's happening? Appreciate you tuning in to the chat. Man, look, dog. Like, look, dog. Look, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick over it for a little bit, dog. What you want me to say, man? That was my guy, man. That was one of my favorite players to watch. He was on my favorite team too, man. So it's gonna be tough for the boy. It's definitely gonna be tough. Atlanta's gonna be struggling without Trey. Fan base wise, honestly, the team might be good, but I know some are happy. It's kind of disgusting work after all is done with. Jalen Johnson X. Hey, Nikhil 4-3. So yeah, I came in a little hot right there. But yeah, I am a little sick, y'all. I can't lie about it, bro. Physically and mentally. It's tough for Atlanta. Trey is on his way out. But forever Ice Trey, dog. Forever Ice Trey. Forever, dog. It's forever 11. 11 is definitely going to Raptors. Um, as Nikhil gets it to go, 1-12-26. Nikhil now has he's 5 of 15. He doesn't have to game on offense, but like I said, Nikhil always is active for the job at attacking. But yeah, Dyson over Mobley. Appreciate you tapping in. Like I said, it's done. Trey is on his way to Washington. So, unfortunately for Sox fans, it's gonna be hell on social media, but I'm gonna stay off of that for a little while. So, um, Trey on his way to Washington. I know, man, to the division too. Man, that's tough. So, this is that for man. Yeah, I'm losing because to be honest, as the game on is 2:44 to go. As the game on, it's getting a little sort of have my attention in the game. As a trade, have pretty good. I hope Atlanta is done. I like him to maybe move Porzingis. A positive game for Porzingis. He was 22 minutes. Okay, can't collect that one, but he gets his own miss. So yeah, like I said, step back three not go for Jalen, and it's another rebound run. So V a little 2 man game with Hill trying to attack just that and get to it. Yeah, Dyson Mobley yes, unfit news for Dyson over Mobley. Trey Young has been traded to the Washington Wizards for Corey Kispert and CJ Mullen. That is all of the information we have at the moment, but that is the info we have. Trey Young is officially traded to the Washington Wizards. So Trey Young era is over in Atlanta. It is a new day for the Hawks as Jalen and company look to fly without one of their leaders, to be honest. So Trace News and Washington, and I guess a news with Jay Johnson around him. So VP on the three, he has 2 from 3, he won 3 from the point line. Hawks are 12 this quarter as New Orleans misses everything on that shot. So, like I said, this game was all but over with about 5 minutes to go. I think both teams are kind of lost focus. New Orleans never really seemed to be locked in and focused, but Kill is the word. Puts it up to Clyde. I mean, I was saying Chasing a good about all of it, and he, even though it might have left for him, I'm kind of knowing he kind of built this center, you know, and with that, Trey Young is exiting State Farm for the last time as an Atlanta Hawk. There it goes. Trey Young is out. As Trey back to the locker room for the Hawks. So Atlanta Hawks get a dub, but they take a loss. Nah, man, Dice over Mo. It's official, dog. He is out. Trey Young is out. Game kind of got overshadowed by the news, but Atlanta takes care of business, 117 to 100. So great game from the Hawks, but Atlanta takes a L. Morale wise, Atlanta loses Trey Young to the Washington Wizards for CJ McCollum, Corey Kispert. Hey man, welcome to the team, Corey Kispert and CJ McCollum. The missing Trey is gonna suck. I can lie to you. Trade it is official. It is official. Hopefully it's a share will work, but try to computers and stuff. But yeah, Trey was traded. Y'all really are pissed. Sick for y'all. So game is over. 1-7 to 1. It was a little overshadowed by this news right here. Straight on out. Um, I wish I was joking. I wish I was. So this was the officials. The screen taking a little minute. So yeah, my fault. My Wi-Fi is a little doozy. So yep, news there. For y'all, Trey Young is traded to the Washington Wizards for CJ McCollum. So I'm gonna look and see if there is any more information. But Sean did let us know it was Trey Young for CJ McCollum and Quick Kids. But I got it on the screen share. So try to pull it up as well. So CJ McCollum is coming back to Atlanta. So Daniel Johnson leading the way. He is going to be beneficial. So what's Atlanta's done making moves? They could go get AE. Now that they do have the cap space for it. So we'll see what that trade looks like. So this trade mid game. Oh man, that's gonna be the storyline. That's definitely the storyline. So Trey is gone, y'all. Trey is done. Um, Dino Mobley, don't Corey Kispert. He got tough, man. But yeah, if y'all remember, Corey Kispert up there in the Hawks in the NBA Cup game they played. So at least Atlanta knows what can do. So it'll be good for Atlanta to get some sort of offense. But I mean, the return for Troy wasn't going to be the greatest. So hey, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Uh, Best of luck to Trey Young and his endeavors in Washington. Hope you get paid, brother. Hope you get paid a tremendous amount. So Ice Trey is out. Ice Trey is out, yo. The Trey Young era is over in Atlanta. It's an unfortunate day. It's definitely gonna overshadow the game in my opinion, but a great overall for Hawks. So at least I don't need a shot. Reese Shea, good man. Good to have a good game. 24 points. Shea at 35 minutes. I know that's a season high. Reese Shea at 30 minutes. Yeah, I ain't seen. Rebounds and 5 assists. Able to find a three ball, but didn't matter. It's 19. So good game from Jalen. Okay, way to step into the start spot for Onyeka Okongwu. 31 minutes from Mo, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals. They took it away, 4 steals and 2 blocks from Mo. Like I said, Reece had a great game. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I definitely understand that. You got to remember it's business, man. It is a business as well. And this could free up Atlanta to land somebody else. So we'll see. We will see. We'll see. We just gotta wait and see. You gotta wait out. Trade deadline is February 6th, I believe. So Atlanta made one major move already. So Trey Young is on his way to the Washington Wizards. So shout out to him for all he's done for Atlanta. I know he's been a big impact to the city, not just the team. But shout out to Trey. Best of luck, like I said. But for this game, Dyson had a good game. They got a good game. I can't even really think like that. To be honest, I can't really think. Trey Young is out, man. Trey Young is out. I never thought I'd see the day, but the day is gone, and he got it. It is what it is. So Trey Young is out. I don't know. I'm gonna be a broken record about that, but so we'll see. Let's check the schedule real quick. So should play next. The So we playing Friday against the Delegate. So they be road. It probably will be the first game for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, but Atlanta got the deal done. James on his way to Washington Wizards, and the Wizards play the Pelicans actually. Um, so the Wizards play on Friday. So I'm sure he Craig in his new uniform, all that stuff. Cry about that. So appreciate everybody that pulled up, everybody that tapped in the chat. I greatly appreciate y'all. I'm sure we'll all find out more information as
it comes out to see if there's any other compensation like draft capital or anything like that included in the deal. I hope not. That'll be a major L for Atlanta. If so, having to trade away a star. And now, okay. So I don't know. So Trey is now Washington Wizards. So neither team is getting draft picks, just straight up three players. Um, so we'll see. Yes, thank you, Trey. Thank you, everything. Thank you for everything, my boy. Be a new look for Washington. It's gonna be a new look for Atlanta. I don't think TJ gonna be starting. Get the fuck out of here. Um, so we'll see what we'll see what Atlanta does. We will see what Atlanta does. Trey on the way to Washington. Atlanta's getting CJ. Corey Kidd. So fortunate in there, but appreciate everybody putting up getting here a little bit. Getting some out. And but I appreciate everybody. So Friday we are live in Denver for selling game. So come back if you enjoy it. Share everybody, like, follow, subscribe, forget to do that. If you want to catch more oxygen stream, we'll be watching Atlanta play no matter what. So it's over. It's over, y'all. The Trey era is over. So I'm trying to look at this time for this game. Excuse me, Friday game. Excuse me. So Friday, 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock. Hopefully I'll catch y'all. But I appreciate everybody that put up. We'll have game streams in between now and then. So appreciate everybody once again. I'll catch y'all later, hopefully. But until then, have a good night and thank you, Trey. Thank you, Ice Trey. Take out, brother. You much did it. Trey Young is out. Let's see how it goes, y'all. Let's see how it goes. So Atlanta, always appreciate Trey. Got my graphic, but all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. And y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later.